All right, what we have here is our Algebra 1, Test 1 through 35 review. Okay, let's look at just the questions. Okay, this is part 1 of this. Question number 1 says the area of a square garden is 625 feet. Estimate the side length of the garden to the nearest whole number. Don't forget to label. Okay, it's a square garden, right? What does that mean if it's square? What do we know about all four sides? They're equal. Okay, they're all equal. Now it says the area is 625. So that means we know, how do we find the area of a square? Length times width times height, you're trying to find the volume? Length times width, but what do you know about the length and width of a square? They're the same. So could I just say length times length or length squared, all right? So length squared equals area. What can I sub in for A? So 625 equals length squared. How do I find just one length? Square root, because that's how we undo an exponent. What's the square root of 625? 25? All right. So it should be 25 feet, right? Estimate the side length to the nearest whole number. All right. This is my answer, correct? Right. And it didn't show up as one of our major missed questions, but okay, that's what we should have there. So if you had 25 feet and it counted it to you wrong, let me go ahead and do this for those of you that have completed it. Let's see. I'm going to release your scores so that you can see which ones you got wrong. Okay. So you should get an email from me now. Okay. All right. Number two, nobody got right. An experiment consists of spinning a spinner, which is shown all outcomes are equally likely, meaning that all my little wedges have the same area. What is the probability that the spinner will land on an even number? Express your answer as a fraction in simplest form. Use our slash, whatever. For a fraction, do not use spaces. All right. What is probability? Most likely. No, not most likely. Total and okay, well, let's start with total. All right, we got total. What? My question is, what is probability? So you can't use probability as probability. Number total. What is over this? Number desired. Okay. All right. So with that in mind, right, we should come up with a ratio. What is the total here? 8. Okay. Total is 8. Okay. What do we want? Even numbers. Is 3 an even number? No, it's 4. 6, 7, 7, 8. How many do I have? 3. What's the probability of landing on an even number? 3/8. 3, 8, no space.
That's what I put that exactly like that.
Well, let's see what it says. It says 5/8. My guess is that she changed it. What's the probability the spinner will land on an even number? Because we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm guessing that the question originally said odd. She went in and changed it to even and didn't change the answer. Okay, so 3/8 is correct. Okay, good on you if you got it. And it could have said, what is the probability of not landing on an even number, in which case that would also be 5/8. But no, our answer here is 3/8. 3. What do I do here? Distribute the 5, right? What should the answer be? To the 4th up here, right? Okay, so how do I type this in? All right, so I can do 10x caret 4 minus 15x, okay, caret, okay, but I have to have the 4 after it, correct? Okay. If you, on the test, are unsure how to represent something, right, how do I type this in? Show it to me on your paper first, all right, then ask, right, and I'll show you how to type that in. I'll help you type it in. Don't get it wrong because, you know, you didn't type it in correctly, but it's got to be right on your paper, right? Does that make sense? All right. Number 4, this says everybody missed this. Okay, we'll see. Finn says a total of 112 planks. Danjiro paints P planks each day. Write an algebraic expression for how many days it will take Danjiro to finish painting the fence. Use slash for a fraction bar as needed, and an asterisk for multiplication. Do not use spaces. All right, write an algebraic expression for how many days. So we want something that says D equals, right? All right. So what should it be? 112. Total. The total is 112, right? We want to divide that by planks per day, right? Okay. And that's what this is P planks each day, right? Okay. 112 divided by P. You probably had the D equals, right? Okay. So that's the only difference, is that she didn't have the D equals on the answer key. You're right in saying D equals, okay? So you could count that correct for yourself. Does that make sense? Okay, very good. Like I said, it may say that everybody missed it and everybody got it right, right? It's just a matter of how it's put into the answer key. Okay, number 5, write an expression for the perimeter of the figure, then simplify the expression. Enter the simplified expression without spaces. Okay, what is perimeter? All the sides added up. Okay, all the sides added up. Babbitt? Okay, tell me how to write this. How do I begin the math? Okay, so, I mean, I just wrote it exactly as you said it. I know that it's not going to come out in the audio, but he said 4x minus 2 plus 2x plus 3 plus 7x. What's next? What do I call those things that you're adding up? Anybody? No? No, there's no exponents here. What is he adding up? Like terms. He's adding like terms. What are the like terms here? Okay, 4x, 2x, 7x. Are all those positive?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so what's 4 plus 2 plus 7? 13. So I get 13x. Okay, what are my other like terms? Negative 2 and 3. Negative 2 and 3. So I should get plus 1. All right. You could also write, 1 plus 13x. Okay, those two answers are acceptable. Let's see what the answer key says. I'd have to actually. 13x plus 1. Okay, it's their answer there. Okay, give me a second here. All right, coming back here, number 6 shows that nobody got this right. Okay. All right, so it says enter the x and y intercepts. The x and y intercepts. Do we know what x and y intercepts are? Okay, so let's say I drew coordinate plane, looks something like that, right? Could anybody come up here and show me the x and y intercepts? Just put a dot where the x and y intercepts are. Go ahead. Yeah, come on. Show me where the x and y intercepts are. Okay, what intercept is that? That's the x-intercept, okay? And that's the y-intercept, okay? Now, quick question for you. What is the x-coordinate at the y-intercept? I just want to know what the x number is on the y-intercept. What's the x number at the y-intercept? Okay, let me just, so these are the x numbers, right? What's that x number on the y-intercept? Right here, what's the x coordinate of that spot? Huh? Why not?
I don't see no numbers.
Zach? It's 0. Do you understand why? No, it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that there's no numbers. This would be 1, 2, 3, right? That would be -1, -2. All right, what is the x coordinate at 0? Always, right? It's the origin, okay? I'm not gone anywhere, left or right at all, so it's just 0 here, okay? So this spot right here, okay, what is the y coordinate of that x-intercept? No. That would be the x coordinate. It's 0, okay? Because the y is not going up or down. The y coordinate is 0. Does that make sense? Does everybody get that? Okay? So, when I look up here, right, let's say I want to know what the y-intercept of this equation is. If I want to know what the y-intercept of that equation is, what should I plug in for x? 0. Okay? So what's 3 times 0? Okay? So I have -4y equals 12. What do I do to solve for y? Divide by what? Okay, what's 12 divided by -4? -3. So what is the y-intercept? No, what is 0? -3 is the y-intercept, right? Yes? Okay. Okay, now let's do the other one. Okay, if I want to know what the x-intercept is, what is the y-coordinate? No. What is the x-intercept? The y is 0. Okay, so plug in 0 for y. What is -4 times 0? 0. So I have 3x equals 12. Divide by 3. So, all right, so the y-intercept is what? Or sorry, the x-intercept. The x-intercept is 4, 0. Okay? Huh? You don't know why you got it wrong? Let's double check. Let's see what the answer is here. All right. X-intercept, rows. I got to kind of clear this up. So, and it doesn't maybe look like an answer was selected there. Maybe that's why everything was wrong, because a correct answer wasn't given. Okay? But do you guys understand what the correct answers are? Okay? All right. Okay. So you might have gotten it wrong even if there were correct answers selected, right? Okay. So we're going to go back and watch this video, but are we taking notes as we go? Okay, we better be. Okay? The x-intercept has what for y? 0. The y-intercept has what for x? 0. Okay, we've got to get that straight. Okay, if you need to, draw yourself a picture like I drew up there for Jose so that you can keep it straight, right? I draw myself pictures all the time, right? Would you assume that I'm a pretty good, that I understand math okay? Right? As somebody who teaches math, okay? Don't think that drawing pictures means that you're not good at it, right? I draw pictures all the time to make sure that I understand it, okay?
So if there's a 0 in the y, you're trying to find x.
If there's
X, you're trying to find
the y-intercept, yes. Okay, that way you don't get them flip-flopped, okay? All right, number 7. Complete the table for the y equals 7x plus 2. Enter your answers in order with commas separating each value. No spaces. Okay, so the work that I'm showing. Okay, this is the work that's going on my paper. Okay, y equals 7 times 1 plus 2. Y equals 9. Does that make sense? Okay, my answer here is 1 comma 9. Okay, work. Y equals 7, 2 plus 2. Y equals 16, right? So I come over here. My answer that I'm writing down here is 2 comma 16. Okay. Okay, so what you're writing down here is 1, 9, comma, 2, 16, comma, 3. Okay, and this is going to be 4. Okay, so I'm showing my work. So 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 2 is 23. Okay, 7 times 4 is 28. Plus 2 is 30. Okay, let's see what this answer looks like. Hold on. Okay, all right, so they list them down here differently. They wrote it just 9, 16, 23, 30. I guess that'll work too. I feel like this is a pretty thorough answer as well, okay? You put 9, 16, 23, 30 with commas in between. Perfect, you guys got it right? Excellent, okay? But we're showing work on our paper of how we got those numbers, correct? Okay. When in doubt, I always try to be as thorough as I can. You've seen this graph before? Cool. Circle graph compares the number of videos of turned in early, on time, and late. What percent of the movies rented were returned late? Use the circle graph to answer the question. Let me say something here real quick. Just because I've had students like retaking tests and that type of thing. You've been given some questions on tests that said find the percent of something, and all you've listed is the decimal, right? You never actually converted it to a percent. So you get an answer like 0.24135, okay? And it will say in the question, round it to the thousandths, right? Maybe it goes on 764, right? Well, that is 24.136%. Okay, but some of you are getting lazy on your test and you're not reading the directions. I'm not saying that's the answer to this question. I'm just saying be careful, right? I've been fairly nice on some of those, but as you know, as the year goes on, I'm going to be less and less nice when it comes to following directions. Go ahead. Well, yeah, but I just moved the decimal place 2 places to the right. It's going to be the same thing as multiplying by 100. All right, so anyway, let's move on to this. It says what percent? So that's what brought that up. What percent of movies were returned late? Use the circle graph to answer the question. Okay. So in order to find a percent, right, I need to take really the desired and divide it by the total, right? Okay, so it's a lot like probability. Okay, let's see. What were returned late? Well, how many were returned late? 54 were returned late, but I need to know what the total were. Is it comes out to straight 200? So 121 plus 25 plus 54 is 200, okay? All right, so you can do this a couple of different ways, okay? We want this as a percent, so you could set this up as over 100% and solve it that way. Some of you did it that way. Okay, so 54 times 100 divided by 200. One way I can see this as, right, 200 is double 100. So 54 is double whatever that is. So it should come out to what, 27%? Okay, when I take 54 and divide it by 2. but you need to show some level of work, okay? Don't do it just all in your head, okay? Mr. Spears taught you cross multiply and divide, right? Okay? All right, or you could take 54 and divide it by 200. What's 54 divided by 200? 0.27, right? Probably just stops right there, and then you multiply it by 100. Okay? Will be 27 hundredths. So yeah.
Since I didn't know what to do, I put x equals 27%.
That's fine. I mean, that's the right answer, but did you have the right work? Did you have work to go with it? Okay. Yeah, and it says percent. So make sure that you guys are reading the directions. Okay, what time are you guys out of here? On 18? Okay. Yeah, we're going to finish going over it all tomorrow. Okay. So we've covered 8. That should get us a pretty good start. What does this go down to? How many questions? 20? Just 20? Okay. I think we can get through. I think we can finish this tomorrow. Okay. All right. So we'll pick it up from there.